the settings, so we will see what it gets. We had time anyways. But hopefully these settings, I've been streaming on really high quality, maxing at 1080p. I don't know exactly what gun run changed, but hopefully this will let more people not experience lag, because I know a lot of EU viewers have been experiencing lag, and NA, it's been mixed results. Most people are okay, but I know Europe's had a terrible time viewing the stream, so.
What time is it for them right now?
It's like 3 a.m.
Alright, it's back right now.
Yeah, we should be back online. Like I said, it was only going to take a second. Just wanted to. I figured a lot of people were saying it worked fine for them, but since we had the time between games, it doesn't hurt to fix it real quick. Usually when it's just a couple of people complaining, I just assume it's, you know, their internet or something that they haven't set up correctly. But when it was as many people as it was last game, it's worth taking a look into it.
We're gonna jump right into the game right now. Game 2 of oRB versus TSM. This one's looking like it's gonna be a more even game than last one.
Yeah, I mean the settings here are for 1080p, but I only ever stream in 720. There's not really a reason to try to stream 1080 through Twitch right now. The 720p and 720p plus settings are just fine. But because I was clicked off, I actually have to fix my...
Oh, I actually have to reconnect to the client. So I'm looking at the stream right now, and you have the game to the bottom right, don't you?
Yeah, all you have to do is Control-Alt-Delete. When you get the list of programs, right-click LOL and maximize, and it'll move it back onto the right screen. So yeah, it looks like oRB actually has a serious team comp this time. I don't know why they went ARAM last time. I really had no idea what to say that entire game, but whatever, kind of fun. Hopefully, this game will be a little bit more serious. We'll actually get to see a real game here.
Top lane, we're gonna have Shen with Ghost Ignite against Nidalee. We're not sure if that's AD Nidalee or AP just yet. As soon as we get into the game, we'll see. She'll most likely be AD Nidalee, because AD Nidalee has the dominance in lane that AP Nidalee lacks. She manages to out-harass many heroes from her endless damage and high mobility, abusing her passive, moving through the bushes. If you didn't know, Nidalee's passive, every time she's next to a bush, or inside a bush, she moves significantly faster. I believe it is 15% faster for 2 seconds, which makes her that much harder to chase.
Alrighty, well let's see what we end up with here. We haven't really seen anybody going for level 1 fights, so I don't think we're going to see one here. Probably just defensive positioning, trying to get started here.
And Lulu not starting with any wards. Or did she forget to buy them? She has 69 gold right now, so she must be waiting for the spawn time. Once minions spawn, then she'll go back to lane with a ward. So just one ward and a regrowth opening for the support of oRB. Meanwhile, top lane Nidalee is going to be warding with her little traps, just trapping the area. They don't really serve as wards, but if you step on them, they reveal you for about 8 seconds, which is very annoying. Bottom lane, Odd1 and Chaos and Special are going to be going into the Tribush. Maybe going to stop Hood Stomp and Lemon Nation from doing the double columns. Are they going to? And they are.
Yep, so let's see if they're able to actually catch out here. They do see him going on to the golems. Imagine Hood Stomp will be able to get out here if he's careful.
Poking out Special, giving him a bit of a hard time, just doing quite a bit of damage to him, and now oddone gonna be going for a red buff steal with Leona. Very risky right now. Twisted Fate does not know, so he will not be doing anything about it. oddone gets a quick level 2 and is gonna be not leveling up anything just yet, so he goes for clear now. It's gonna go for ganks. Gonna go for Lulu. And flashes happen. The exhaust goes onto Lulu from oddone, but Lulu just flashes away. Leona, having started with her Q, not being able to dash in range of Lulu and stun her, so bit of a miscommunication going on there. Nonetheless, Lulu saved herself, but had to use both summoner spells.
Yeah, and unfortunate to blow them both so quickly, but we should see lanes kind of normalizing here. oddone took a lot of damage to that red buff, so I don't think we're going to see much of an early gank out of him. And it was able to get in, steal the enemy red, which is always good. Jarvan's about to find out that it's missing, but I just don't think he's going to really have the health that he needs to go and put any severe pressure on anybody.
Jarvan, the jungler, known mostly for his ganks, his dunking ganks, managed to put quite a bit of early pressure on the enemy early game, and even more so once level 6, his Cataclysm able to keep the enemy on lockdown in that area. But right now, not having red buff, slowing his jungle path down quite a bit, he's forced to do camps that he would normally not have done at this time, and for that reason he's still level 2. Meanwhile, oddone is also level 2 as well, but he does have double buffs and is about to hit level 3 once he clears these camps. And Nidalee, taking her time to move out of lane while it's shoved, go ahead and trap everything she can. Make sure that Jarvan will not come to her lane. Make sure that Jarvan will not gank her.
Yeah, and seems to actually be doing fairly well against the Shen top. You know, Shen is a very powerful top lane, but Dyer's doing very well on Nidalee here. Putting out a good amount of damage and not really taking a whole lot in return.
Yeah, even if he does take damage, his Primal Surge should be able to heal him for all the damage that he's going to take. And meanwhile, top lane, Yoda going for a gank, and they get spotted too close to the tower. Nidalee moves way too fast for Shen to catch up to him, and they're going to walk away from that peacefully. Meanwhile, Yoda going to get spotted by the river ward that TSM has, while oddone and Reginald are going to be chasing down Twisted Fate.
Getting the stun card
The
off
cleaver lands, exhaust goes in, TF flashes over, and that's going to be the end of that. Reginald being out of mana, not going to be able to follow that up, not with flash, not today.
Yep, good attempt there, and good job by Link at getting away. But with Jarvan coming in, they pretty much had to get out of there at that point.
Yeah, he used the flash at a time where he knew he could flash over a wall. If he were to flash not over a wall and just straight in the line in the middle lane, Reginald could have easily flashed and exhausted him before anything happened, and that would have most likely been the death of him.
And we did have Vec going in there and trying to do some damage to Dyrus, but really not phasing him. Popping a potion, just going to go back to farming.
Meanwhile, bot lane, let's check up on CS. 33 CS on Varus to Corki's 44, so nothing surprising. Corki Leona, very powerful lane. You have to play very passive, because if you get caught just one time at any point in the game by them in the bottom lane, you're gonna go down. Nidalee hitting level 6 before Shen. Gonna be using her to Cougar form and put out quite a bit of her ass. And she is much faster than him, so she can basically escape any gank she wants. Leona going in on Varus. Varus gets exhausted. Corki's gonna pick up first blood right here. Exhaust happening everywhere. Twisted Fate gonna be yanking bottom. He teleports in. Heal goes in. TF gonna get hit by Corki quite a bit. Shen goes with the ultimate. TF gonna go down. He gets the gold card right in time. And Shen gonna be going for a special. He's not gonna be able to get the kill. One more Q should do the trick. And it does. Will he save himself with Feint? He does. He lives with 57 health. Meanwhile, mid lane's going to be pushed by oRB, and top lane Nidalee going to be shoving that lane. They'll most likely take it, and she is going to go for that. Actually, they opt to go for a blue buff steal, so 2 for 2 exchange. But TSM coming out ahead with first blood and the blue buff steal.
Yep, so the blue buff is going to help them out a lot there, especially with the lane pushing from Dyrus. When he's got blue, just really no reason he can't push that lane down. And Yoda picking up red buff here, going to try to get back into this game a little bit. He's a little bit behind. Actually, he's caught up to oRB at this point, so that's good. He's been a level and a half behind most of the game. But at this point, they're even now. Kills are even. Gold is almost even. TSM, very good farming team. They'll usually be a few hundred ahead in gold.
Excellent play on bottom lane by Twisted Fate and Shen, coordinating their global ganks to make sure they picked up the double kill on Leona and on Corki. Karthus' ultimate managed to damage them just enough so that they could pick up TF in the midst of that, and Shen barely gets away with 1 rank of Feint. And now on top lane, that gank on bottom actually costs them the blue buff. Leona gonna face check this, Jarvan going in, dunks Leona, and that's gonna be a kill for oRB. That's 3-2 lead for oRB right now. Gold is the same, but Nidalee does have blue buff on top lane now, and Shen not gonna have the time of his life against Nidalee having endless healings.
Yeah, and that really was a great in-lane gank by Jarvan there.
And at this point, Shen gonna be going aggressive on Nidalee. Nidalee gonna turn their back on him, gonna use her combo on him, and Shen gets away with just a sliver of health. 1 more combo from Nidalee should take him down. Is he gonna stick around? He does not have any potions left, so Nidalee's gonna be looking to push this. oRB is right there. Are they gonna go for the dive or just stick with the turret? oRB does gonna go for the dive. He's coming in around. They're gonna dive Shen. Shen does not have ghost though. If Shen sticks around and doesn't dash away from this, he's gonna go down. And that's a dead Shen. Gets hit by Cleaver. Nidalee tanking Dragon, tanking Tower. oRB hits a Cleaver, gets stunned by Twisted Fate, and now Nidalee forced a retreat. oRB almost falling down, did not have ultimate. The ignite from TF would have surely killed him, but he did not have it up. Now that's just unfortunate. A tower dive almost gone wrong for TSM. Luckily, oRB did not have the cards to pull a kill in that situation, and that was not a pun for Twisted Fate.
Yeah, not quite working out for him there, but really a good job by Twisted Fate getting in there. It was unfortunate that when Dyrus went in to get that gank, he got turret aggro immediately and took 2 turret hits before he could really do any type of damage to Shen. So what that really ended up meaning is he had to back off right away. Then TF comes in and stun cards odd1, so Mundo's just standing there. They really didn't have any options once that fight started. It started off really well for him. It looked like they were going to take him down, but beautiful reactions from Twisted Fate and a little bit of bad luck for Dyrus really saved oRB there.
Now mid lane, looking at farm. Reginald with the highest creep score in the game, 101 to Twisted Fate's 89. That's because Twisted Fate has been out of lane twice, has been ganking bottom, had to teleport top to save his Shen. And then bot lane, 65 on Hood Stomp on his Varus to Corki's 75. And now oRB gonna gank Shen on top lane, gonna miss a Cleaver. Bot lane some action, Jarvan dunks it. Jarvan gets out of his Cataclysm, gonna go with a stun on Leona. Cork gonna take some ignite. He's gonna be hit by Shen. The taunt goes in. Twisted Fate gonna pick up the dragon, gonna start it while Leona gets away safely. Even though Leona did not have any flash, she manages to get away safely. They focus Corki instead of Leona because killing the carry is always better than killing a support, especially in any lane gank whatsoever.
Yeah, that went down really quickly. There wasn't a whole lot they could do. And now going on to Reginald here.
The taunt going in on oRB when he gets knocked up. The stun going in on him, and Twisted Fate managing to pick up the kill on him. So oRB gonna be caught out trying to be aggressive on Twisted Fate. Gets 3-man CC'd by Jarvan, Twisted Fate, and Nidalee and Jarvan. And Twisted Fate actually teleports in with a blue card. Good thing that gank did not go well, because that would have been embarrassing to pull a gank off with a blue card. He was out of mana though, so maybe he did that on purpose to get some mana back for a second follow-up gold card.
We do see an ult from Karthus here that was to pick up Lulu down the bottom, and Hood Stomp's in trouble. Might pick up Chaos before he goes down. Does. Let's see if X Special can finish him off. Oh, there we go. Finally enough damage from the shield there. So Hood Stomp does fall. It's a 2-for-1, but they really didn't want to lose Chaos there. That takes all of their lane pushing power away. X Special really not going to push a lane there.
Meanwhile, on top lane, two battles that happened at the same time. Nidalee actually diving onto the Shen that was low. A couple of combos from Nidalee, her pounce into Furious Swipes, managing to wear him down long enough for the takedown. Her Q spell while in Cougar form does deal percentage damage based on how low the enemy is, so that manages to take down Shen with relative ease. Coupled with Ignite, she manages to pick up Shen and the top tower, so game still pretty even. 6-5 kills, 200 gold difference, nothing major, but one tower up ahead on TSM and one dragon for oRB. So this game looking very, very good. Quite a turn of events compared to game number 1.
Yeah, it looks like oRB doing a little bit better in this game, a little bit more serious comp. And I mean, it's been working out for them. They're not doing horribly. They're actually ahead by a kill. Gold is about even. All in all, really playing very well. And it looks like Dyra's heading back to top here. Might go in onto Vec here, see if he can get some damage out.
And Shen sitting at a very low CS score. He's actually at 54 CS, while Nidalee has 94. Nidalee almost doubling his creep score. So Shen with his ganks and glow with his ultimate has been able to help his team in many situations, but he has lost top turret and is falling behind in CS by quite a large margin.
Yeah, possibly with a turret down he can do a little bit better job farming, but he is really far behind this time.
And Reginald getting all the farm he can on Karthus. Karthus is a very strong late game hero. Already has his Rod of Ages built up, and Twisted Fate going to be porting on top lane. The dash goes in, stuns Nidalee. One more gold card will do the trick. Can TF flash for it? He will not. He does not have flash up. Shen's going to keep chasing. He cannot chase down Nidalee, and that Nidalee is going to be living another day. Meanwhile, Karthus and Mundo gonna be pushing down mid tower. They're gonna catch Twisted Fate out of position here. He gets exhausted. Shen ults in. They're still gonna focus him. Can he land the taunt? He does not have taunt. He had used it previously. He gets hit by the trap. Another cleaver goes in. One more cleaver will do the trick. Hits the cleaver. Karthus ultimate goes in. They are choosing not to chase.
Oh wow, Karthus ult actually does get the kill there. That was a lot of damage.
Karthus ultimate being level 2 right now, dealing 460 damage. Actually, yeah, 460 damage before mitigations. And Shen, poor Shen, has no MR item, so he's going to be eating that ultimate to the fullest.
Yep, and Leona getting onto Lulu here. Lulu taking a lot of damage, going to fall. Hood Stomp in trouble as well. Chaos pressing on here with the ultimate. Now that Exhaust has ended, might be able to escape here. Leona going back in, getting another stun, but there's Jarvan. This could spell some trouble here.
Michael Jarvan with the big plays. Gonna be able to pick up Leona with red buff. One more hit will do the trick. Getting Kyder around, gets stunned, and Corki picking up the double kill and red buff, so getting outplayed very hard by Leona and Corki.
Double kill from Chaos there, very impressive. They do end up losing Leona, but they take down everybody in bottom lane. Let's see where Twisted Fate is headed. Headed to bottom, and looks like he's going to drop Chaos. Seems like Twisted Fate this game is doing a really good job of just finishing up kills. He's come in on the tail end of a lot of fights, or even at the beginning, but mostly just finishing fights. Unfortunately, since he's left his lane so much, there goes his mid tower.
And that's exactly what you want to do at Twisted Fate. You just want to go places where you can get kills. It really doesn't matter if you're getting them from full health or not. And as we can see before, when Shen died to Karthus ultimate, Karthus ultimate actually did full damage to it, so it does a whopping 460 damage because Shen has 43 magic resist only. And at this rate, for being a tank, that is 0. That is nothing. That is easily countered by magic penetration runes and sorcerer shoes. Ignite goes down on Shen, nearly gonna chase in this. One more combo will surely kill him. One more auto. And will the feint go in? No. Oh, Nidalee just barely did it. 30 health. Jarvan, can he make it? One dunk. Does he have Cataclysm? He does not. Twisted Fate in the flash over. Gonna get hit by a cleaver, and Nidalee will surely escape this unscathed.
Yeah, no ult from Jarvan or Twisted Fate there, so Dyrus able to get out. Should be getting back to base just fine here. Xpecial actually waiting in this bush, but does not have... Oh, there comes Chaos. Coming into the backside of the fight. We'll see if they're able to take down Hood Stomp. The ult goes out, but here comes the ult from Reginald. This should finish Hood Stomp. Now they're going to be going on to Lemon Nation on Lulu. A lot of damage coming out here from Chaos. Should be able to finish here. Great ult from Lulu, trying to get him killed under the turret. And there comes Shen as well.
Excellent ult, saving his team. Leona will surely go down to the tower. Shen's going to ghost in. He's going to go in for the kill on Chaos. Chaos does not choose to go to use Valkyrie over a ledge and going to try to juke Shen out. Misses a 10. Misses a Shadow Dash. One more auto attacking Q will kill him. Just one more. And manages to pick up the kill.
Also got Jarvan chasing onto Reginald here. But Reginald's doing a lot of damage to him. He could end up going down. Dyrus takes down Twisted Fate out of the fight, and Reginald takes down Jarvan. So that started off as Jarvan trying to chase down Reggie with just too much damage from that Karthus. And outside of the fight on the very outskirts, Dyrus taking down Twisted Fate as well.
And Dyrus, realizing that Shen has built no magic resist whatsoever, instead of going for your standard AD Nidalee build, choosing to go for a Wit's End. So very smart move from him. Wit's End going to deal 40 magic damage, 42 magic damage every hit. And that's going to be wearing down Shen significantly, as well as giving her some increased magic resist against Shen's purely magical damage.
Yep, and if we look at the CS difference, it's not getting any better here. We got Dyrus at 126 to Shen's 75. And that's, over time, that's only going to get worse, especially now that Shen can't really do a whole lot to Dyrus. Every time he goes in, he's pretty much either killing Shen or sending him back to base. Looks like TSM will pick up a free dragon here. No response from oRB at all.
Leona has an Oracles right now, looking to clear the wards that oRB has to place. And I'm not sure if that was the best choice. Odd went previously with the Oracles, but managed to get himself killed and lost the Oracles before. I think he died to Twisted Fate. And now Leona, I don't like how she has Oracles because she doesn't have Flash, and she could easily be caught out of position. And now they're going to go in for the dive on Varus, and that is going to be an instantly killed Varus with the ultimates from both heroes. Ignite goes in on them. Actually, it does not. Chaos not even has to use Ignite for that. Just a spell combo from both. Gonna be able to take him down. And now Nidalee putting some aggression on Shen. Is she gonna chase this? She is not. She's just gonna do some harass and still be a pain for Shen in the top lane. Oh, the spear just hits Shen in the bush. Not able to stop his recalling.
No, not quite soon enough. We do have Jarvan and Twisted Fate here at mid.
And bottom down there in bottom, actually.
Yeah, missed the kill on
getting
Lulu,
caught
so
out by
this.
Lulu getting caught out by the Zenith Blade from Leona, and Corki being able to follow it up with a Phage proc, and to be dealing huge amounts of damage onwards to Lulu because of Gatling Gun, which shreds a lot of armor and nullifies any runes and masteries that Lulu may have had set up for bottom lane, essentially dealing true damage to Lulu aside from his passive, which already deals 10% true damage, and that 10% true damage is based on his attack damage. So look at Corki's attack damage. He's sitting at 233. Every auto attack is going to be dealing a bonus 23 magic damage. So those hits start to stack up against tanks, and even more so in the late game.
Yep, and actually what's interesting about the kills bottom is they pretty much died in the exact same way. Just Leona initiate that they just couldn't do anything about, and then Chaos comes in with a ton of damage, and literally just at one tower and then the next tower to both Varus and Lulu in pretty much the exact same fashion.
Leona going to be clearing out the Baron area with oracles, making sure that it is not warded by oRB, because they have a very quick Baron with, and Jarvan going to be using his combo on Leona. He's going to try to dunk her, but he does not. The ultimate from Karthus goes in. Is he going to take down Jarvan? He does not. Jarvan stays at 128 health, and Leona barely goes down to 50% health, while Twisted Fate takes a couple of hits from Nidalee's spear and Jarvan and Karthus' ultimate, and dropping to less than 50% health, so he's going to be forced to back. He should back right now, because one hit from anything will most likely be the end of him. And Shen with the face check, gonna be hitting that wall, gonna dash away, will most likely be chased down, and he is chased down by TSM.
Should be finished off by Dyrus here. Wow, doing a pretty good job at getting out there, but the Ignite should take him down. There we go. Back into the main fight here. Odd One has actually gotten back up from base, able to land a cleaver, but not really enough slow to get anybody else to initiate. Plus TSM pretty much has a free Baron at this point. They're already decently ahead. I don't think oRB's going to want to engage 4-on-5 here.
And now they're doing the right thing. They're going to go for a Baron. They have a very quick Baron with Nidalee, Mundo, and Corki, and even quicker if Karthus decides to join on the killing of it. And they're going to do just that. Well, just Fate's going to go down bottom, try to split push as best he can. It's not going to be very effective because that's just the first tower, and it's almost dead. And that's going to be one tower for Baron. Worth it in every aspect for TSM.
Yep, and RoG going to go up top and get a whole bunch of farm. Link going to keep pushing here, but not going to get too far. They'll push mid as well. Might be able to put some damage on the tower, but nothing significant here.
And Karthus actually with 300 CS at 24 minutes in the game. He's been doing exceptionally well, not bothering with ganks, just fighting to get as high the highest creep score he can get, and basically becoming an R pressing machine. Every time he presses his ultimate, that's going to be dealing 800 damage without magic resistance calculation. So anybody that doesn't have MR is going to be eating an entire Karthus ultimate. And by not having MR, I'm talking about Twisted Fate, who's sitting at 39. Varus, actually no, Varus is not with low MR values, but that's only because it's sitting next to Lulu, who has an Aegis. Top going aggressive on Nidalee. Nidalee doesn't care, she will retaliate on him. She does have Baron and the Phage, as well as the Glacial Shroud, so she will not be taking any damage from Shen. She's gonna keep chasing, gets the Phage proc, chooses not to. Does not know the whereabouts of the rest of oRB.
Yeah, and they are all down there, not really moving up towards a gank on Dyrus. But I like the point you made earlier about how farmed Karthus is. I think part of that is the difference between the two global alts on the mids. Basically, Twisted Fate's been using his very well, but he's having to leave lane to do it. Reginald's still been fairly involved in team fights with his ultimate, but has just been basically staying in lanes and farming. And that's why he is so far ahead of everyone else in the game, and hitting like a hammer with all of his abilities.
And Jarvan has an oracles right now, so he'll be clearing wards, but he'll most likely die in this next fight. He's only level 11, while Mundo is 13, and everybody else on TSM, including their support, is higher level. So a couple of hits from Corki and a Requiem from Karthus, which will surely happen, could easily take him down. And Twisted Fate and they go down very low. Karthus ultimate is going to happen. It's going to take him out. Shen ultimate saves him and be forced to use it just to save him even out of the fight. There'll surely be a tower for TSM.
Yeah, and Dyrus split pushing, probably going to take top tower as well. The ult missed there from Varus. That is unfortunate. That was really one of their... They'd have had a good shot at countering there if Varus had landed that ult, but since he didn't, Jarvan going to try to go in with Cataclysm, but now they're fairly split up. RoG going to come in, and with all of that farm, he is just going to melt people. Dyrus still just pushing top. They're fighting this as 4 and doing an incredible job. This turret is in trouble, and Dyrus should be taking an inhibitor here soon as well.
And this will most likely be Game 2 for TSM. Italy being able to take down the turret, and surrender vote goes in. TSM takes game 2, advances on to the next round, going to be playing the winner of Legion and Team Dignitas tomorrow. The match is going to be played tomorrow. They're not playing tomorrow, they're playing next weekend.
Yep, so TSM will advance. If they're able to win next week, then they will be one of our teams invited to San Francisco to play in the live finals. So very excited about that. So be sure to tune in next weekend where we will find out the 4 teams that will be meeting in San Francisco, 2 from North America and 2 for Europe, for a round-robin finals. We would like to thank all of our sponsors, particularly LolPro.com and Reign of Gaming, the namesake of this tournament. Be sure to check out both of those sites, LolPro for all of the guides, tips, and gameplay techniques, and Reign of Gaming for blogs, elements tier lists, and a lot of great theory crafting and other information. Some really, really talented people writing over there at this point. A lot of very good information going up. And TSM 2-0ing. Not sure how serious that first game was, but the second game was a legitimate team comp, and just a very, very good game from TSM. Reginald doing a very good job farming up there. He was just hitting way too hard at the end. He was 18 before anybody else, and you saw in his ult there when he was trying to get that kill that he took almost half of Varus' health just with his own ultimate, and that was very impressive. And again, just one more time, shout out to both of our sponsor sites. And be sure to tune in next week. Keep an eye on lolpro.com. We will be updating times on there as soon as we get times for next week's matches. Should be seeing that tomorrow or the next day. And tomorrow, I believe we just got the time in here from the 2 teams. Tomorrow at 5 Pacific Standard Time, so that's 8 o'clock Eastern, we will be having our match of Dignitas versus Legion. That will also be broadcast right here on this channel, so be sure to tune in and check that out. Should be some really, really good games, and that will determine our final team that will play next weekend for a spot in San Francisco. And that about wraps us up for here tonight. So on behalf of Curse and everybody at LolPro and Reign of Gaming, thank you for tuning in. You have any shout-outs you want to make before we go, Crumbs?
No. Just the same people you made the shout-out to, basically to Curse and LolPro.com and Reign of Gaming for hosting the tournament. So that's about it. If you guys like my stream, you can check it out at CRS_Crumbs. It's on Twitch. We're not going to be going live tonight, but most likely tomorrow and the rest of the week.
Yeah, we have put in a couple of long days here. I am looking forward to sleeping all day tomorrow.
Could not agree more.
Oh, oh, excuse me. Alrighty, everyone. Take care and good night.